going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we are taking a look at the WWE Mattel Elite Top Picks wave. We have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. If you are interested in grabbing this figure, it is available and shipping at ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop there, use discount code FORLIFE. It will save you 10% off your order at checkout. I know this is a figure a lot of us have been kind of like waiting to see what the attire was based off of, right? You know, Mattel didn't have any reveals, and this was getting closer and closer to that June release date. And I'll be honest, a week ago, I just said, screw it. I'm going to pre-order it, and I'm going to hope it's not a re-release of the Elite 101 figure. Generally, again, with the Top Picks wave, it's kind of most of the time, it's like a re-release of a really popular superstar that you'd want to find in stores, whether it's Roman Reigns, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins. So for the first time in this kind of wave, we're getting Cody Rhodes. And I know for this set, so it comes with Matt Riddle and Rey Mysterio, which I did not grab because they are straight re-releases from their Elite figures that were released in prior waves. But the good thing with Cody is that they actually changed his deco, so he does have different attire. And as soon as the pictures were released from Ringside, this figure's actually on back order till I think August, man. So I took a gamble. I was hoping I was going to spend $40 on another Elite 101. I actually have two of those figures, but I'm really happy with the way these tights look. I know a lot of people had a lot of comments. We're going to really dive into and see what color it is. The idea that I'm getting from doing research, I mean, Cody's only had so many matches on Raw with this type of attire. I think they're based off of the silver kind of look that came with the basics. But if you see the figure in packaging, it does look more of like a blue. It's got an interesting kind of color to it. It looks kind of cool. Whether it's accurate or not, I don't know. But I do like the look of it as is right now. I will notice right here, looking at the head, it actually is the same head as the most recent Defining Moments Elite. And it's crazy to think Cody's gotten quite a few Elites, and I'm sure we're going to hit a ton more, right? He's probably one of the most popular wrestlers out there today. Personally, my favorite WWE superstar. So he does have the updated head that has a kind of a better, I guess the eyes are just printed a little better, so it looks a little more authentic. Additional accessories he does come with, you will see he does come with his American Nightmare weight belt. He does come with a bunch of interchangeable hands. Looks really great in the box. Again, this is the Top Picks wave, so it is your standard Elite box. They did get the name right here. It is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, not the America, which was the error we all did see on that Elite 101 packaging. You will see on the top, it does have the Top Pick waves logo up here. On the side, you'll get the Cody Rhodes nameplate. On the other side, the awesome image of Cody himself. On the back, you'll get the read-up, as well as the other figures. Again, Rey and Matt Riddle are straight re-releases from the Elite figures that we did see prior. But enough chatting. This figure looks great in the box, but I'm sure he's going to be even better in hand. So here we have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes out of his packaging. Jumping into his accessories real quick. Again, you do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. So you get two sets of fisted hands. You'll see, unfortunately, I don't know why we go back and forth with this, but the peg is not painted here. It does have the flesh tone, so that is going to seep through. It's kind of annoying because the Defining Moments figure did not have that, nor does the Ultimate Edition. So I don't know if it's just the more premium figures are not going to have it. You'll see on the Mike open hands that he does come with, again, the wrist tape or hand tape is on the hand, but not on the peg. That is definitely disappointing. Again, it is a straight repaint, I want to say, of the Elite 101. That figure had these same issues, so I wonder if that will be corrected going forward. I don't know if it's a cost thing, because I know generally it's molded in the flesh tone, and then they paint the hand tape on there. I think they've been doing the reverse. They've been molding in the white and painting the flesh tone, so that's one gripe right off the bat. But additionally, he does come with the two open hands that are on the figure, as well as the American Nightmare weight belt here on the back. We've seen this plenty of times before. As far as the gear itself, I know this was a big talking point, so let's get right into it. Is it silver? Is it blue? It is definitely blue in hand. It has nothing to do with lighting. These look blue. But they do have like a nice kind of color to it. I don't know. It's just something different. You know, and a lot of people are going to say it's not accurate. So it's really a preference up to you. Personally, I think these look cool. They kind of remind me of the Walmart Supreme. Kind of had like those turquoise, kind of half black and turquoise tights. They do look like something Cody would wear, right? This kind of color. Maybe we'll see it down the road. Or maybe it's just a fantasy attire. Either way, I kind of dig it. I'm not the hugest stickler for accuracy. Some things, yes, but something like this, it did come out nice. You'll see the logos here on the front as well as on the side. Take a look at the back. The stars do continue. More of the dark blues here. He does have the coloring on the knee pads as well that are underneath. He does have the American Nightmare logo on his boots. So traditionally what you'd expect with your Cody Rhodes Elite figures. He also does have the chest hair, which I feel does add something to this figure. I really do like the little touch of detail. He has the Dream tattoo, and yes, the neck tattoo still goes onto his cheek. And like I've said in my prior videos, it's starting to grow on me. I do like the way that looks. Again, once you move and articulate it, it's not the best. And again, if you remove the head, you will see is actually a full tattoo on there. I feel like the placement on these are getting a little wonky. Like some of them are a little further back. I think they're trying to get it in front of the seam so it doesn't kind of cut off. I know I've noticed that with a few of my figures, but it looks pretty clean. I do like the tattoo. And again, it's your standard Cody, but looking at the head. So if you guys did watch my review on the most recent Defining Moments ringside exclusive Cody Rhodes, you'll see that the head scan actually is different as far as the paint applications or the printing applications of the True Effects. It just looks a little more Cody Rhodes-esque. It looks more realistic to me. The hair is a tinge, I think, lighter. We'll get into some comparisons with the Elite 101 and the Defining Moments, but this head does follow suit of that figure if you do have it, and we're curious to see exactly how this head scan looks, but I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you get everything you want for your traditional Cody Rhodes. I will say, I kind of wish he would have a little something more accessory-wise. I get that they can't include, you know, the crazy deco for like a soft goods coat with every Elite. I don't even know if that's ever going to be possible. I'm sure we'll get an Elite with like kind of a hard goods coat. But something to see down the road. I just wish he looks kind of naked without a t-shirt or something. That'd be kind of cool. The next couple Elite figures, they could throw in a little something else. But for the most part, I really do like how this figure looks. So we're going to run through quite a few Cody Rhodes comparisons, but starting us off first, on the left, we have the very first basic, I believe this is Series 136, the first kind of American Nightmare version of Cody Rhodes when he returned to WWE. And I want to say this is what a lot of people are saying the attire is supposed to be on this Elite here on the top picks. I don't know if that's 100% true because they do look very different, but you will see the actual design of the tights look to be a little similar. The color is just very different. So I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if maybe he did wear this somewhere from reference shots. I don't know. I couldn't find anything, but I did see a lot of chatter online saying that this attire is supposed to be based on this, which looks obviously very different. It's supposed to be gray with a brighter blue. But like I said, I'm really digging these tights, so I'm not complaining. On the right, we have the first Elite return of Cody Rhodes here, Elite 101. Again, you can see the head scans here. I'm going to bring them in real close. The printing technology on these is definitely different. Like, you can see the difference as far as how the eyes are printed on there. I don't know if it's just bigger or a brighter blue. Even the way the mouth is on the figure, it's the same sculpt. You'll even notice the hair. I want to say they're about the same. Again, this one looks to be just a little lighter, but I really do like the new head on the top picks figure. I feel like it looks a lot better. If you want to bring in the basic return of Cody, you will see was not the best. It was a reuse of an old Cody head, but looks really good. One thing I did want to point out, I did notice, you will notice the hand tape, right? So on the Elite 101, he does have the wrist kind of tape here. On the actual top picks, it's just the hand tape itself. So I think that's more accurate because Cody, I think, only tapes his hand, doesn't actually go up to the wrist. So maybe sometimes it does, but I do see that it is kind of like that on the basic too, but just something to point out if you're really a stickler for accuracy. But all in all, these all look pretty good next to each other. For next set of comparisons, I do have some Jazzwares figures, and they released a ton. I'm not going to bring them all out, but some of my favorites, obviously the Supreme version 1, you will see the molded coat looks pretty good. That is not swappable onto this Cody. Unlike the Ultimate Edition, the arms do not pop out, so you can't interchange the sleeves. If you did want to kind of wear this as a vest, you could, but I mean, it's not accurate, and I just don't think it's going to look good. It's not going to have the same effect, if you ask me. But again, that is an option if you want to go with. And on the left, we have the ringside clothes exclusive TNT Champion Cody. And see, this is what I'm talking about. He looks a little more complete with his shirt. I hope to God that Mattel eventually gives us a Cody with some of his cool, badass shirt logos. A few more Jazzwares figure comparisons. So on the left, I want to say it's Unrivaled 4, correct me if I'm wrong, in the black and white attire. Still one of my favorite figures from Jazzwares. Really do love the gear on this. I hope he eventually does wear kind of some black tights during his WWE run that we can get. It just looks very clean. And on the right, this is the Walmart Supreme figure that I was talking about earlier with the turquoise. You can see the split on the black. When I saw this figure, instantly that's what it reminded me of, the blue. Obviously, very different tight design, but even the color is not quite accurate, but again, if you kind of wanted to see some more different blue variations with Cody, here they are. And And real quick, let's run through some different Jazzers accessories on this Top Picks, Cody. So again, if you wanted to use the Supreme jacket, here it is. Obviously, the sleeves are not interchangeable here. This actually looks pretty clean. This is the Walmart Supreme Cody Rhodes t-shirt from the AEW figure. Actually, it looks pretty nice. I really do like how the blues go together here. Or you could go with the black shirt that came with the Supreme 1 version of Cody Rhodes. And for our last comparison, here are a few of my favorite Cody Rhodes figures in my collection from Mattel. On the right, we have the Defining Moments Ringside Collectibles exclusive from his match at Hell in a Cell versus Seth Rollins with the torn pec. You will see that the head scan, as far as how the facial technology is printed on, are very similar. They definitely do look a lot better than the Elite 101. I will point out he does have the actual wrist tape here too versus the new Top Picks. The actual gear, very similar, just painted differently. You will see obviously the split color with a blue and white, but the logos are the same as far as the boots and the designs on the tights for the most part, right? The tattoo placement I do want to talk about. You will see kind of how the one on the Defining Moments looks a little more fuller, I will say. This one seems to be scrunched a little more forward. I don't know if it's just the angle or what, but I kind of like the look of the Defining Moments. Maybe this is just mine, but I feel like the tattoo placement kind of is a little wonky sometimes, especially when they put it at the seam and kind of splits the tattoo, and does look a little weird, but they do look pretty good. And on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition figure. Probably still my favorite Cody in my collection. Obviously, he comes with the different head scans. Hopefully, this is in your hands soon. Looking like it should ship around July-ish is what Mattel Creations has on their site. So hopefully, you guys will have this figure in your hands soon. I know a lot of people were complaining about the tights on the Ultimate and on this new Top Picks. But you know what? Honestly, guys, I really dig them. I know they may not be accurate. I'm not going to sit here and try to bullshit you and say they are and different lighting or what. These are definitely darker than they probably should be. These are, if they are supposed to be based on the gray, they are more of a blue, but they look badass, man. I'm a huge Cody fan, so I really dig all these figures, and I cannot wait to see more reveals coming up. I know we have San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner, but here's a few other different Cody Rhodes you guys can go ahead and buy right now. Before we wrap up here with some final thoughts, if you guys are enjoying this video review, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on those notification bells to stay tuned to the newest reviews here on my channel. We still have a full set review of Elite 103, as well as the new AEW announcer set from Ringside Collectibles. So stay tuned here for those reviews coming up real soon. As far as this Cody Rhodes figure goes, I personally highly recommend it. I'm a little biased. I'm a huge Cody fan. I think the figure looks great. The tights, I don't know if they're accurate or not. I'll be honest with you guys, but I dig them. They're kind of like this very different color blue. They really do pop in your collection, your display. If there are any gripes, I'm going to say I'm not a big fan of the wrist pegs, which, again, something very minor, right? And I kind of wish he would have had a t-shirt that kind of would complete the look. Hopefully, we do get some more Elite Codys with the coat or something, just to kind of plus them up. I'm sure they will eventually release something or some version or variation down the road. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this type of coat from the Ultimate Edition on some Elites, but it does look pretty badass. Hopefully, maybe a ringside exclusive will be another way to get more of these coats out, but again, I highly recommend this figure. It is pretty badass. It is only available right now at ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop there, use promo code 4LIFE. It will save you 10% off your order at checkout. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video review, and I'll catch you all on the next one.